Three tanks, three nations. Three completely different ideas of how wars should be fought. One relied on numbers, one relied on fear, and one changed armored warfare forever. This is the evolution of the tank. Tanks were born in the mud of World War I, designed to break trench warfare. But by World War II, they had become something else entirely: faster, heavier, deadlier. And the nations that mastered tank warfare would decide the fate of the war itself. The most produced tank of World War II wasn't the strongest. It wasn't the best armored, but it won the war. The M4 Sherman was the backbone of the United States Army. Over 49,000 were built. America didn't design the Sherman to be perfect. They designed it to be everywhere. The Sherman focused on reliability. Crews could repair it quickly. Spare parts were easy to find, and most importantly, it could cross bridges and roads that heavier tanks couldn't. But the Sherman had a problem. Its armor was thin, and early models carried a gun that struggled against German heavy tanks. When Sherman crews faced Tigers head-on, survival often depended on numbers and tactics. American doctrine wasn't about single tank duels. It was about coordination: infantry, artillery, aircraft, all working together. The Sherman wasn't a knight, it was a soldier. If the Sherman was a soldier, the Tiger was a monster. Introduced in 1942, the Tiger shocked the battlefield. Its armor was thick. Its 88mm gun could destroy enemy tanks from over 2 kilometers away. For Allied crews, spotting a Tiger often meant one thing: retreat or destruction. The Tiger didn't need numbers. It needed distance. But power came at a cost. The Tiger was expensive, complex. It broke down often, and Germany simply couldn't produce enough of them. Only around 1,300 Tigers were ever built. And without fuel, spare parts, or air support, even the most terrifying tank becomes useless steel. Then there was the tank that changed everything. The T-34. When Germany invaded the Soviet Union in 1941, they encountered something unexpected: sloped armor, wide tracks, a tank built for mud, snow, and brutal conditions. The T-34 was not comfortable. Soviet crews suffered inside it. Visibility was poor. Ergonomics were terrible, but it didn't matter, because the T-34 was cheap to produce, easy to repair, and the Soviets built over 80,000 of them. The T-34 forced Germany to rethink tank design entirely. Its influence can still be seen in modern tanks today. So which tank was the best? The answer depends on how you define best. The Sherman won through coordination and logistics. The Tiger dominated through fear and firepower. The T-34 won through numbers, simplicity, and brutal efficiency. Tanks didn't just change battles, they changed history. And this is only part 2. If you want to see how modern tanks evolved from these legends, subscribe, because the evolution of weapons is far from over.